Welcome back, all. So today I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can anonymize yourselves by using the Tor network. And in all likelihood, I will also show you how to actually set up the Tor nodes yourselves so that you know what the person on the other side can actually see. But it's not quite as simple with the Tor as it is with proxies. First of all, because you are never going through a single hop in the Tor network like you are doing so with a proxy. Well, with a proxy, you can choose whether you wish a single hop or whether you wish multiple hops to occur or whatever. But if you are attempting to basically access the internet through Tor, some website, I don't know, let's say YouTube, you will go to an entry node, to entry guard, and then you will go through the middle somewhere, and then you will go through the exit node. So at bare minimum, you will always go through 3 nodes, which each node will be able to only decrypt a portion of the traffic, with the exit node decrypting the last portion and actually going somewhere. So in the Tor network, the entry point actually sees who is using it, and the exit point sees where the traffic is going. But at the end, the exit node does not know who is making the request, and the entry node does not know what the content of the request actually is. It just knows who is making it. Anyway, let's go ahead and set this up. So what I'm going to show you now is how to use a Tor browser, not how to use a Tor as a service. Tor as a service, I do believe that in all likelihood I'll show that in some later on. So just type just type in dnf install Tor browser. Is it spelled that way? No. How about this? No. Okay, no big deal. DNF search Tor grep-i browser. And it's Tor browser launcher, okay. Let's just go ahead and copy that. DNF install. And it's already installed, so there is nothing to do. Now, a keynote here. Do not, do not run the Tor browser as root. In fact, you shouldn't run any browser as root. That's universally a stupid thing to do. And you really shouldn't run it as root. You can run it for some testing purposes or whatever, but generally, as a 99% of the time, that is an extremely bad idea. I've actually seen on the net a lot of tutorials with Kali Linux, and a lot of people seem to be running Tor as root and are showing other people to run, instructing other people to run Tor and any other browser as root, not actually explaining the consequences of doing so. If your browser, by any chance, gets exploited by anything, that certain exploit will have root privileges on your system, which will be hilarious. So yeah, just kind of don't do it. And down below, it's a normal user, so Tor browser, like this. No, Tor browser launcher. You're killing me here. Okay, so ls bin grep-i Tor. It's Tor browser launcher. How am I misspelling this? Tor browser launcher. There we go. So, hey, by the way, if one of your executables programs like this don't work, take a look in the bin. Take a look in the bin directory, like I did. I listed everything in the bin directory, and then I grepped the ones that contained the word Tor in them. Okay, let's go ahead and launch the Tor browser. It says here connecting to the Tor network, and it's establishing the series of nodes, and it opens up and pops like this. If you use full screen, it's going to give you a warning that the devices might actually, that these sites could actually determine the monitor size, which in turn can be used to track you, etc. But that's not that big of a deal, just saying. You have no script here enabled, so that's going to block some of the JavaScript depending on how it is configured. Now, what can you do with the Tor browser? Well, let me go ahead and show you. I'm gonna go ahead and display in parallel. Well, for one thing, you can browse the .onion domains, which you cannot actually access from the regular net. No way you can do that. So let me go ahead and type in here, what is my IP? And let me go ahead and type in down below, what is my IP? Okay, no, I don't want to open up a site, doesn't really matter. So here it says like some IP that belongs to me. And the other one is God knows where. So I wonder what anonymous proxy, where did I actually exit? Which exit node did I use? It would seem that I have, the site seems to be broken. Okay. Warning to you, a lot of sites, some of the sites won't actually work properly with the Tor browser, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I gotta disable a lot of things in order to be able to load this, but well, not a lot of things, just a few things, I guess. But come on, I almost had it. Okay, there we go. So your IP address is something here, and the host name is apparently this, so that's the host name of the Tor exit node, I guess. Organization is that, browser is recognized. There we go. So I'm exiting somewhere in Garden City in United States in the state of New York. I can assure you that at the moment I am not there. I'm very far from it. I'm across the Atlantic in Europe. So my IP address has completely changed, which is convenient. And by the way, during the time that you are browsing the net, this IP address can actually change. Oh my god, it just has. Anyway, the IP address can change. It can go back and forth. You can have one, and then you can have another, and then you can go back to that one. And it is very likely that it will actually change because there are multiple exit nodes. And you will be using multiple exit nodes because, well, you won't be using them simultaneously, but you will be jumping from one to the other, and depending on the load, there are load balancers in place, so depending on the load and the nodes, you will be going back and forth between the nodes. So your IP address will be in a constant state of flux, which attributes a great deal to your anonymity. Now, before I used to show people you just press Control B to get the bookmarks, but I've actually, it actually comes bookmarked here. Okay, so the hidden wiki website URL, it's something like this, blah, 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 .onion. These domains, they will have random strings, and they are completely random strings, and it says .onion. I wonder what would actually happen if I was to generate a ton of these random strings and just try to open each and every one of them just to see and explore. And actually that would be a good project. Maybe I will do it, but it doesn't matter. In the hidden wiki, you have a certain set of websites which are published here, which are on the hidden net. And you have all sorts of things. I would advise you never to buy anything here, never to post any sort of personal information on any of these sites. Just a friendly advice. But you can, what I like the most about the hidden wiki are the links to certain forums, and you get some really nice forums here that you can get a lot of answers from. Uh, technical things that some of them which are not published on the net or on the regular net, or some of the answers which you won't actually get on the regular net because people won't tell you, etc. You also have a lot of bad things like the drug market and stuff like that, but that's completely irrelevant and besides the point. Anyway, I advise you never to actually run your credit card here. Definitely don't use your credit card here, for God's sakes. That's such a bad idea. And I would advise you not to actually register any sort of personal information. But I generally use Tor to actually, to when you want to be hidden or when you want to bypass certain regulations of the country, you would be able to use it and then go out onto the net, but also visit the .onion domains which you cannot access on a regular basis. But it all comes down to trust, whether you trust the people running the Tor nodes. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bid you farewell here and hope to see you in the follow-up or the next tutorial, whatever that might be.